Yo, what's going on, Arkansas Razorback fans, SEC fans everywhere? Welcome. It's the one, the only Pig Trail Network. I'm its host and creator, Ty Hudson. Hope you had a great weekend. I had a list of names sent to me today, covering some names, some kids that could be here on July 26th for the Razorback barbecue for the football program for the incoming recruits. So we're gonna go over that list of names here in just a second. But before we do, if you guys would at the end of the video, like, comment, share the content that you've just watched, and of course, if you haven't already, feel free to tap the subscribe button. And yeah, check out all the links down below in the description box. There's also a link to the Pig Trail Network Patreon page if you're curious about that. You can check that out. And so that link is also provided for you down below. So let's get into this list of names and some hopefuls. We'll talk about some people that I hope get added to this list as well. So we can't go into great detail on all the prospects because there's 18 of them total. They're supposed to show up to the barbecue, 8 on offense, 10 on defense. So we'll start first with the two guys I'd like to see added to the list of names. They're supposed to show up, and that's Vernon Broughton. We all know who he is. We've talked about him before, and Amari Thomas. Both are 4-star defensive tackles. Both, according to 24/7 Sports, are top 10 defensive tackles coming out of high school. Amari Thomas, if you haven't heard that name, he's out of Memphis, Tennessee, and obviously Vernon Broughton out of Texas. So, yeah, those are two guys that I'd like to see added to this list. So we'll start off with the quarterback position. Chandler Morris and Will Crowder. That's who you start off with at the quarterback position. Those are two guys that are going to show up. We all know who Chandler Morris is, but Will Crowder, he's a 2021 prospect, 3-star out of Alabama. So moving on to the running back position, Ty Jordan and Brandon Thomas. Those are both 3-star prospects out of the 2020 class. At the wide receiver position, so far there's only one. I say so far because it's Chad Morris. You know he's going to try and add a couple more receivers to show up. But Mason Mangum is already committed to Arkansas. He's a 3-star prospect. And then Brandon Frazier at the tight end position. He's the only tight end slated to show up. And then Brady Ward and Tykees Crawford, the 2 offensive linemen. We know Crawford's already committed. Ward, I don't know if Arkansas has a shot with him or not, but hey, you know how I feel about offensive line. Need to stack up. Need to stack them up at that position. Moving on to defense, Landon Jackson. He's a 4-star prospect out of the 2021 class. He's the only defensive lineman showing up to this thing so far. Again, we talked about the other 2 guys I'd like to see them add. And then at the linebacker position, I know I'm going to get asked this one quite a bit. Who's showing up, man? They need like 8. They need to add 8 or 10 linebackers. I'm not 100% sure that's wrong. They need to stack up at the linebacker position. They are severely thin there. The Jones brothers, Jay and Jalen Jones, now they're 3-star prospects out of the 2021 class. And then Aaron Moore, 3-star out of the 2020 class. Catrell Wallace, Bryson Eason, Martavius French. French and Eason, we already know all about them out of Memphis. They're teammates. Both are 4-stars. And then Catrell Wallace is already committed to the University of Arkansas. The defensive back position, Jamie Vance, Brian George, Drayden Norwood. Now, Vance is already committed. Brian George is a JUCO prospect. He's a 4-star, considered the number 2 corner out of JUCO, 6'2", 190 pounds. And then Drayden Norwood is a 4-star prospect out of Fort Smith, Arkansas for the 2021 class. So, we cover this, and we're going to talk about it some more leading up to, and then obviously what happens after, we're going to talk about it. I think it's a big deal because last year, I don't know how you look at last year's class and the success that it had without this barbecue. I think this barbecue is a big deal. I don't know how many they want to take. I don't have that kind of information. I don't know if they're going to end up getting 18 or if they're going to try and increase that size to as many as they can get. I don't know if there's any rules involved. We know that the dead period just started, so coaches cannot talk to recruits from June 24th today till I think July 24th. So they won't be back in contact with these recruits until the 25th, and then obviously we expect a lot of news to start coming out around that time about who is still showing up and who maybe had a change of plans or if there's any surprises, and obviously I'll do my best to keep you guys up to date there. So, yeah, let me know if there's anybody that I missed out on that or maybe someone you would like to see show up. Maybe there's a recruit out there that you're like, hey, Arkansas needs to be all over this kid right now. Let your voice be heard down below in the comment section. So that's going to do it. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, check out the links down below, all that stuff. So, yeah, woo pig, and until the next video, be good.